Hello everyone, hello, welcome to episode 2 of Chatting with. Today we have a star, we have a guy that has been in the top, I would say, top 3, no? For a long time now, and it's a pleasure to have here Giovanni de Gennaro. How are
Hello
you, Giovanni?
everyone, thank you for inviting me. I'm good, I'm good. You know, I'm getting better during this season, so I hope to continue like this.
Okay, for the people who doesn't know you much, who are you, where do you come from?
So, I'm Giovanni from Italy, I live in Brescia. I'm a professional paddler, and yes, it's been now, I think, more than 10 years I'm in the World Cup and World Circuit, and I had many up and downs, and right now I'm still on the
You're
top.
on the top, maybe,
Top
no?
5, top 10 sometimes, yeah. I won the Olympic Games last year, which was my main result. And yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, what do you think is your biggest virtue, or what do you think that made you be here and made you be one of the best?
To me, I think it comes with the passion I had. I was very lucky that I was never forced to be an athlete or to compete. It just came out naturally, and I found a person that made me fell in love with this sport. And so after that, it was just always a game. And little by little, learning something new every day, I managed to become a top athlete, even though I started from really the bottom.
Yeah, yeah, really bottom, but in under 23 you already had some medals, right, in the worlds.
Yes, yes.
This was in
This was beginning of my under 23, and I got some medals. I won the World's Junior in Foix, so just wishing the best for this year at the
yeah.
Worlds in Foix. And yeah, I had very good 2, 3 first years under 23. Then I had some lows because of something, big change happened in my life, and yeah, so slowly I got back before Rio.
Yeah.
So I managed to qualify for Rio, and I think after that I started to grow. Started to work with Daniele Movimenti as well, and I become a really professional athlete, and to give 100% of my effort. It was not a game anymore, but was really something we were looking for. So to get to the top.
Do you have a date where you took it seriously? You didn't think it was a game anymore?
I think no, it came basically really naturally. But I remember the lowest point for me was the words in Pau in
17?
yes. I was still struggling a lot. I had a World Cup win by 4 seconds in Leipzig, and then the rest of the season was basically struggling everywhere,
Yeah.
not making the finals. And after I had the bad results at the Worlds, I decided to change coach and start with Daniele. And he gave me a really professional approach to the training, and that was the key, I think, to change my career.
Have you had any pressure on well, in the K1 men in the Olympics? The Italian has been always a strong nation. We have Pierpa, and then we have Daniele. Did you had this pressure that you were trying, or you were the one to follow their path in the Olympics?
No, I think I was really focused on me, and even though there were many things that were like pointing,
Yeah,
you
he
know,
is the
like
one.
it was the same day as Daniele won.
Ah, yeah?
Yeah, same day, and it was his birthday.
Wow.
So 1st of August was like his birthday and the day he won.
I didn't know that.
And then, you start to think about it, but I never believed in destiny. So I was so focused that I remember after the ceremony, the medal ceremony, I was like going to the hotel and I said, "Oh, wait a minute, Danny, it's your birthday. Happy birthday!" And it was like 5 or 6 p.m. And I was, thank you, you made me a good
Thank you.
present.
Yeah.
So I was I try not to think about it.
Yeah. How was your path for the 3 Olympics you were? You were in Rio, that you were 7th, in Tokyo 14th,
Yeah.
in Paris finally you got the win. How was the from the first one to the last one?
So the first one, so I lost my coach in 2014.
Yeah.
He was my coach, but also one of my best friends. So 2015 was a really bad year, and approaching to 2016, I didn't know what was going to happen. So I started to work with Roberto D'Angelo.
Who was fighting with you for the spot?
Daniele Molmenti. Yeah, he was the Olympic champion. And they put some really difficult rules, so I basically had to win 4 selection out of 4 to be selected. So I didn't know what to expect. I had a bad year in 2015, I think only 1 final, and so we started to work together and we create a really good relation with Roberto. And then when I got to selection, I had no expectation, but in the end everything went well.
Yeah,
and so I managed to qualify. Yeah, but the last one we were really close, but Daniele had like 4 penalties and I had 2 penalties, and basically I was just in front of him, but we were at the bottom of the classification, so it was still enough. So the first Olympic was a new experience. I never expected. I also never dreamed about the Olympics. I was not really interested in that.
And when you were there, you didn't...
When I was there, I realized how big it was. So I started to say, okay, now I want to come back and be, and fight for the medal.
Yeah.
Because it was something I didn't plan. In the end, So it was a good experience. It made me motivate a lot. I was really motivated after that. Coming to Tokyo, I think I had a really good path, and I was super happy how I approached and how I managed the pandemic.
Yeah, I think you were one of the best before.
I think I was probably in better shape than Paris physically.
Yeah.
So I was really focused, and also there I had a hard lesson, and the lesson was that even if you prepare, there is still something that can break your circle, your magic circle. And for me it was that break everything, and I basically fell apart. So I always say it was not me in the semis. It was just a nightmare. And
you wanted to win those Olympics?
I think Giri was the best. Yeah, I think Giri was the best.
He was at the level.
But I could have fought for the medal. Or at least my goal was to do my best and see where I am. I think the lesson I learned is I want to go to the Olympics, be myself, and then if I'm 5th, 6th, 10th, it's okay, I accept it. But the fact that I couldn't basically be free to be me, that was a really hard lesson I had.
It was hard after Tokyo?
Yeah, it was really hard, but
some
big lows, but basically the kayaking, the love I have for this sport, I had this switch, so it was not doing it anymore for the medal or for being on the top, but I was training and doing it because I loved it. So it was not like going to training is not like, oh, I have to do it, but I do it because I like it. I accept the fact that I love the life of an athlete. And so coming to Paris was totally different approach. Whatever is happening, I accept the fact that I couldn't been bad at the Olympics and not being a medalist. And when I accept the fact that even if I was ready, even if I had the best season of my life in the beginning of 2024, I could still be out, and nothing would have changed. It would be just me, and I would be happy of what I did because I had fun doing it.
So last Olympics, you came there, and you qualify? You were
Quali, I don't know. I don't remember.
Semi as well, you don't remember?
Semi, I think I was 8th.
8th?
Yeah, I had a little bit of tactic.
Yeah?
I knew the time to be in final, and I didn't want to take risk because I was out. I was out in the semi in Tokyo, so I wanted to make a good run, but being in control. And then actually I had a lot of pressure because I invited many people to watch the race.
Yeah, right. It was
And
close,
I wanted
so they had
once
to come.
I was in final, I was okay. Okay, I've done my thing. Now I can focus on having a good final. But yeah, I didn't want to start late in the final. I wanted to be one of the first to put down the good time, and then somebody put down a crazy run, and my plan was basically gone. But I remember in the start line, I heard like first time like 88, and I was, no, maybe it's 98. Oh, what was your time?
89, no?
89.
89.
And I was, maybe it's 99. I think it's 99.
No, 88. It was 88. 88, 70 or
and
90. Or
must be 98. The time to get in final was 98. And then I heard like Isaac was like 92 and he was third, and I was, fuck.
Come on.
Okay, reset. Just try to enjoy and be like smooth and have fun with it, and then everything went well, and I'm happy about it. Just the second spin was not planned.
Yeah? No?
No. I knew that the spin would be actually pretty slower because I think Joe did it in semi, and it was really slower, like 1 second slower than what we did. But I also knew that if I get too much speed, it would be risky on the curve.
A lot of people actually failed there. In the final.
So in the end, I felt like the tail was sliding to the left, and my reaction was to spin.
Yeah.
But I knew I lost time there, so I was really attacking the last part of the course. In the end, it was enough.
You did it. So after this, well, I wasn't around for some time, but in the beginning of the year, in Australia maybe, or maybe later, I come to you in the morning in some training and I say, did you sleep well? And you tell me, man, it's 1 year I sleep well, I rest well. Does it feel like that? What changed after the games?
First of all, after the games, after the day I won, I didn't sleep for 4 days.
Really?
Yes.
4 days?
4 days. Like the last day I slept 4 hours.
How?
I swear. Like I went to the cross directly without like 4 hours sleep. And I was in bed at 10:30, and at 6 in the morning I stand up without having 0 hours sleep.
Wow.
It was just the adrenaline, or I don't know. And sometimes it was like taking my hand and touching the medal, and I said, okay, it happened.
It is here.
Yes, it really happened. And after that it's been many changes. Has been many changes and many challenges actually as well. But I think it's all good now. I'm happy that I'm finding back the balance, and especially the mental energy are now going again into kayaking and not on the outside, which was I think the main problem for this winter. But life is good. Many things new. I managed to see many sport events, which are the best part of this new life. And then we are still here in Prague racing.
We will come back to the same place.
We still want to be good and win, and it's all in the books.
And did it, so you could say, it changed your life or not really?
I always like to say it didn't change my life, but it changed the way that other people look at me. Yes. But because in the end I like to do the same things. I like to go paddling, I like to go on vacation, stay with my girlfriend and everything. But I have to say that has changed because I have many more things to handle. and it's of course is a good change. I'm not complaining about it, but it took some time to get used to it.
Yeah. And now, do you approach paddling differently or racing differently, or when you're in the start line, do you feel different, or how did it change on that?
I thought it would be easier to race because I had nothing to prove again, no?
Yeah.
But I have to say, nothing changed. Like nothing changed. If I look back, I see Giovanni racing in Paris, and how did I do that? How did I handle the pressure?
Yeah.
Because now it's the same. When I go to the World Cup, I'm like not shaking, but you feel like you are nervous, and it can be.
You want to do it. No?
Yes. So I thought it would be easier, but it's still the same.
Okay, and what is your next goal? Do you are gonna keep being paddling for LA, or is it a big objective on your life now, or you just still don't think about it?
So my goal was to keep pushing and try to be as good as possible for the next few years, because I'm starting to be old and I want to to keep this momentum up, because you never know how long it lasts. But I have to say I don't think I managed to do that, because this winter I put a lot of effort in trainings. I think I trained basically the same hour I did in last year, but the mindset was not the same, so the result is not the same. So I felt
what mindset did you have?
This year for me was really hard when I was paddling
to find something to paddle for, or
no. The motivation is still high, but the problem is I think we have like a limited energy. If I use 50% of the energy outside, making preparing events or trying to get some sponsorship, or now there is a baby coming, so many things different. Then you come to paddling and you bring everything together. So I was paddling and still thinking, oh, I have to do that next. I have to do this. I have to do this.
Yeah.
And the training, I immediately realized that there was not the same quality as last year. I thought it would come, and it didn't come. So now I feel like after the Euros
it's coming.
And selection, I had to change. I had to change approach. I had to be more focused on kayaking and cut off the other things, especially because for me it was like always expecting something that would happen, so like we work a lot, for sponsor or event, but also you always try to find new way to get involved, or to be on newspaper, to be it's like make the sport bigger, and also me as an athlete a little bit bigger in Italy. But this was not basically making me happy. So because then when I came to Paris for the Euros, I was not focused, and I didn't like it all to be 30 or 28th, I don't remember. So I decided, okay, no more expectation about sponsor or this, just be yourself, focus. The who wants to follow you will follow you and giving you support. Otherwise, you have done everything on your own with your coach. Just keep working and be back, enjoying and trying to win.
You mentioned it before. I wanted to ask you about your baby. Is a baby coming, and that's exciting. I don't know how does it feel, but you can tell us.
It feels good. We waited after the game, so I would hopefully be more free and could be home a little bit more. But it's a new chapter. I'm super excited. I'm actually also kind of scared because it's something that nobody prepares you, and you learn step by step. And so we will see. It's gonna be a new chapter, as I said, and a nice challenge. Yes, on September, beginning of September.
So you're gonna be in the Worlds?
Worlds for sure. Maybe I will have to skip a World Cup or two.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's
But
what
yeah,
it is.
I think right now my what I have to do is to train and not to race.
Yeah.
So I feel like I have to build the confidence in training, so it won't be a problem to miss one World Cup or two.
Yeah, yeah. How do you approach the Worlds from this year?
I'm really excited,
Yeah?
really, yes.
You like Australia? You've been there for a lot of times, no?
I like Australia, and I like the fact that I really enjoyed last year preparing one event, and I really like now I'm approaching the Worlds like the Olympics. So basically
Yeah.
doing everything to go to be ready to the Worlds, and this makes me. I like this way, you know. Usually I was trying to think race by race and trying to be good as much as possible. Now I like to, you know, to see how I'm gonna reacting. You know, 1 year working, bang, one race, what happened
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
And so yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy, and I like Australia. Yeah, it's quite far for us, but
Yeah.
it's always nice memory when you go there and stay
Yeah.
there for a while.
How do you find your hunger? Like maybe when you were younger, you had this hunger that all the youngsters have. Like they want to win everything, but when you made it on the Olympics, when you made the goal on the Olympics, did it change something
No,
on your competitive side or
I even before cross,
yeah the cross of games?
yes, the cross the games. I know I might sound crazy, but I was already thinking about the World Cup in Ivrea.
Really?
Yes, I
Nah,
swear,
Giovanni.
I swear,
You
and
are.
that scared me actually because I was, come on, enjoy the moment, be happy, and don't think about what's next, you know. But it was still like the 2 days after the games where I was not realizing everything, but I was still imagining, oh, this is gonna be so cool to have the World Cup at home with the gold at the Olympics. I can invite my friends and make like, and yeah, then it would be nice to win Ivrea, but I got 50, so
Wow. That's crazy.
yeah. So I keep on training actually after the games. I had 2 weeks off,
Just 2 weeks.
a little bit more, maybe 2.5, 3. And then I went to Ivrea and I prepared the World Cup.
You mentioned it sometime in the interview. When was the hardest moment in your paddling career?
The two hardest moments were end of 2014, where I lost my coach and I was also my best friend, and we were paddling for many years together. It was kind of a brother, a father first, then a brother, and so it was a huge loss. And the second one was after Tokyo. It was hard for me to accept that everything was gone in a blink.
Yeah.
From being ready, feeling super good, after having a great quali, and bam, something happened and you're out. You're not you anymore, and it was really hard. And both of the time, the passion for kayaking made me really come back. That's why I always try to remark it. The passion for our sport is like what brings me to the results I have and made me the person I am. So I simply am proud of loving my sport.
So, do you mean you're gonna dedicate your life on sport? You wanna be a coach after this, or are you thinking about it, or?
I think racing is just one part. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I will be coaching or not, but I know I will keep on paddling
Until
for
you,
fun. Yes,
Yeah.
it's not just we are just a little slice of a big
Yeah.
cake, you know.
Okay, we're gonna finish here. I want you to say a message to the youngsters or the paddlers or everyone who maybe in 10 years go to YouTube and see this video in 20 years. Some message for them for the love of the sport you have, or whatever you want to say.
I would like to say a message that can be for youngster and also for everyone. So just when you paddle, just be yourself. accept who you are, accept the way you're paddling. Don't try to force yourself to follow a style or something. Just be yourself, work on your technique, and life will be much easier.
Okay, so let's do our lives better and easier then.
Yeah.
Okay, Giovanni, thank you very much
Thank you
for
to
your
you.
time, and yeah, it was a cool one. So everyone, like and subscribe.
Subscribe, yeah.
Yeah, and you will see you around. Maybe we'll keep with the episodes if you like this. So thank you everyone.
Ciao.